Hello, my name is Theo Black.
And I'm Sarah Black.
And here's our review in under 3 minutes for Call Me By Your Name. No spoilers.
A young man comes of age in northern Italy when he falls in love with a visiting American grad student. I really like this movie. The story of falling in love in Italy is basically its own subgenre now. This time it's a gay couple, which you don't see too often, but the fact that they're gay is more of a personal conflict and is not an external conflict at all. No one in this movie doesn't want them to get together because they're gay. In fact, most people seem to want them to get together. And for that reason, the movie is really about love, and that is what I really liked about it. For various reasons beyond just not being gay, my own romantic history is nothing like the Timothée Chalamet character, and yet I felt for him, and it made me think of my own romantic experiences with love.
I kind of agree. This movie is very ponderous. It is so ponderous that it took over half the runtime for me to actually get into the movie. There's one scene where Armie Hammer has arrived the evening before something, and it's the morning, and they're eating breakfast, and he breaks an egg, and he gets another egg, and he eats it kind of sloppily, and the family's getting used to him, and that's the scene. And I found it very boring. But the chemistry between Timothée Chalamet and Armie Hammer is really good, and so it was really fun to watch them, and the characters are really good, and the story's not always boring. There's just kind of like a boring scene, an interesting scene, a boring scene, an interesting scene, and by the end of it, I was really into it. But it took a while.
I know what you're saying, but for me, that time, it's a lot of really sensual shots. Not just because you're seeing a lot of hairy legs and open shirts and water and sun, but there's lots of food, the eggs, the orchard and the ripe fruit. And that drew me in and made me feel like I was there, which brought me more into the story, as I said.
I liked the visuals in this movie. I'm putting an asterisk over that because I think we had a bad print that we
might
saw.
have, yeah.
It seemed really out of focus, and there was a couple of odd cinematic choices that I think were just bad print issues.
Well, it seemed to be cut off on the side. Even I noticed that.
So I'm assuming it wasn't like that because the trailers looked a lot better. So assuming it looks as good as I think it did, that part was also interesting and gripping.
So I agree that the story is not necessarily groundbreaking, but I really enjoyed it. And so 4 pigeons.
I liked it. I was kind of ponderous. I'm giving it 4 pigeons, I guess. Maybe it should be 3, 4 pigeons. I don't know. So legs.
With hair.
Subscribe for all the hairy legs.